Look at him calling our boots crusty and nasty. Our boots aren't that bad. See? They're not that bad. They could be worse. I guess they are pretty bad. Never mind. What's up, everyone? It's JakeNificent from JakeNificent Gaming, and we're coming back to our Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind playthrough. If this is your first time on my channel, then welcome to my channel. I try to upload content like this and other gaming content 2 or 3 times every week. If you're one of my returning viewers, then let me offer you a warm welcome back and a thank you for your continued support. And if you've ever wondered how Creeper came to live with a bunch of orcs in the middle of a city, then hit that like button to let me know that I'm not the only one wondering about it. So today we're going to be trying to grab the Progress of Truth from our friend here, Jabasha, because it's a rare book, and this is Jabasha's rare books, so I imagine he's got it for us. And if he doesn't, then we're going to have to go to Plan B, because there are a couple other places in this game to find the book. And then after that, we're going to go talk to our buddy Caius and turn it on in. So let's see. It looks like these are roughly alphabetized. Oh, there it was. Progress of Truth. 150 gold pieces. And if you'll remember, last episode, we tried to bribe somebody to get some information about one of the informants, and we lost all of Caius's money that he borrowed us. So we're just going to have to go with this. Thanks, Jabasha. So I think we're going to read this before we get back to Caius, just to see if it updates our journal. And it does not. But if you guys are interested in reading this, then I'm going to slowly flip through it so that you guys could pause that video at each of the pages and read it if you're so inclined. So we're going to head on back to Caius Cosades now, and I will bring you guys back when we get back to him. Alrighty guys, and we are back with our buddy Caius. Before we get talking to Caius though, I need to say that a few of our skills leveled up as we were going from place to place. I forgot to mention this last episode. We got a couple levels in acrobatics and we just got 1 point into athletics. So our current skill tally is 7 total points in strength governed skills, 4 total points in endurance governed skills, 11 total points in speed governed skills, and I do believe we have 1 point in personality from leveling up our speechcraft trying to bribe somebody. Alright, so let's talk to Caius here. Alright. So he says he'll take the report and make copies of our notes and the Progress of Truth. Give him some time to read and digest it, and in the meantime we're being promoted to Journeyman. Ayy. We're doing good work, and we got 200 more drakes, which barely covers our financial mistake last episode. Oh, or an episode before, I guess, actually, sorry. Go out and treat yourself to a new pair of shoes. Aw, he's saying our boots are nasty. That's not very nice. Go do some jobs for those guilds and other freelance work, and just keep our cover story current. Or get some training. And then when we're ready, come on back. Look at him calling our boots crusty and nasty. Our boots aren't that bad. See? They're not that bad. They could be worse. I guess they are pretty bad. Never mind. But we're not going to do that. Who needs a cover story? We're the hero. So let's ask him about orders again. So we need an Ashlander informant now. So we need to go to Ald-Ruhn and talk to somebody named Hassour Zainsubani. An Ashlander who left the Wastes to become a wealthy trader. So take 100 drakes and give him a present, because that's the Ashlander way, apparently. And see if he'll tell us about the Ashlanders and the Morrowind cult, then report back to him. Alright, so we're going to do that this episode, I think. So that way it's not just the Progress of Truth, because that would have been a disappointingly short episode. So we're going to head on up to Ald-Ruhn, which is to the north of Balmora, and Ald-Ruhn is also north of Caldera. It should be sitting somewhere around here. Let's see if I'm right. But it is definitely north. So I will bring you guys back when we get on up there. Oh, sorry, I should say before I go that there are 2 different ways to get to Ald-Ruhn from here. The first is by Silt Strider. The second is by Mage's Guild teleportation. It doesn't really matter too much for where he's at. I think the Silt Strider is more expensive, but I want to give you guys the full experience of going into Ald-Ruhn, as I'm sure the game devs intended, because if you go in through the Mage's Guild, it's not quite as nice as going in via Silk Strike.
Same low price.
So you'll see here, we have some ash, lots of ash everywhere actually, and then these odd-looking huts and structures that are here. And yeah, I was pretty close. You know, I said maybe up here, but you know, we're in roughly the right region. So we're basically on the slopes of Red Mountain now. So here we have our Fighters Guild, and here we have our Mages Guild, and this guy standing outside of the Mages Guild gives us a quest for Solstheim. So Louis Beauchamp, probably how his name's pronounced because the Bretons are all French, he has a quest for us later down the line that we're going to take, but we're not going to do it right now. So just a fun note about him. And if we run into town here, this guy looks significant. He's standing in the middle of everything. What's up? Oh, he's a pauper. Okay, never mind. He might not be a quest giver like I thought. So one of Ald-Ruhn's big, quote-unquote, landmarks, but I shouldn't say quote-unquote because it is a landmark, is this giant crab shell that these dudes are living in. You find out it's a crab shell by asking around, but it's kind of creepy. Let's see, so the guy we're looking for is in a tavern, which I believe... Oh, okay, my map is just going to act up. Nice. It's not here. Rat in the Pot sounds right. Nope.
I will listen, Outlander, but make it quick.
Let's see if she knows. Nope. Almost all the Ashlander are Dunmer too, so we have some idea of who we're looking for more or less. He's got some nice clothes on. Wow. Dressy boy. Nope. Alright, so he might not be in here. We might have to go to a different one. But he is in a tavern. I just don't remember which tavern he's in. So if Rat in the Hole isn't it, is this someone's house? Yes. This has a flag outside it that looks like a... kind of like the one outside the Black Shawl. Ald-Spar Inn. This looks better. I think it's this guy right here. Nope. Wrong again. Maybe downstairs. Perhaps this guy.
All right.
Yep, there he is. Alright. Doesn't wish to be rude, but if he has business, speak it. He'd prefer to be alone. So before we go any further with him, let's ask around a little bit and see if we can get some information about what he tends to enjoy for gifts.
Speak, traveler.
They say he likes to read.
Fresh game.
He has his own room. Huh. So I imagine he's going to ask for a book. That's going to be my guess on what he's going to be looking for. But let's see. Let's ask him about business. Let's ask about his gift-giving customs. It's a curious question. It's a sign of courtesy among strangers and affection among friends. Thoughtful gifts are a sign that you are cautious and considerate and aware of others' wants and needs. Such is particularly useful for travelers and traders. It's a private thing among friends and subtle with great risks, for the test of the gift is how well it is tailored to the receiver. Interesting. For example, he loves poetry. No stranger could be expected to know this, but a book of poetry given to him by a stranger shows the giver respects him and has made a special effort to know and please him. Interesting. Okay.
Quickly,
so,
Outlander.
knowing that, we're gonna head on out to find him a book.
What was that?
So you'll notice we didn't go straight into trying to ask him questions about the Ashlanders because we're trying to keep in mind his cultural difference. So we're going to give him a present first. That's why we asked about it, instead of going straight for asking about the Ald-Ruhn. So let's go into this bookseller here and see what he's got. Let's ask about this. Here we go. So if we ask him about Hassour Zainsubani, he says he's a bibliophile, likes poetry, and has a few such volumes, such as Words of the Wind, Ashland Hymns, The 5 Stars. So let's see how much. Ashland Hymns is 35. He's got one of them. And looks like Ashland Hymns might be the one that we want to go with. The 5 Stars is 25, so it'll be a little bit less expensive for us. So we'll go with that one, I think. Plus the name sounds mildly romantic, so it's probably got some nice romantic poetry in it. Head on back, talk to him. I am going the wrong way. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk to Hassour Zainsubani here. And reveal that we got him a thoughtful gift, and he likes us more. So a copy of the 5 Far Stars apparently is noble words of noble warriors, so I was wrong, thinking it might be kind of romantic. But he gratefully accepts our gift. Many people have never loved the written word, and he laments our ignorant scorn for such a common yet potent magic. He honors our courtesy, and it would please him to return courtesy by answering our questions. Hey! Alright. So I'm gonna do what we normally do and click through these so that you guys can read them. So he wants to give us some information about courtesy, so that if we visit the Ashlanders, then we'll know how to interact with them, as well as challenges among the Ashlanders. Alright, looks like I got most of this. So I think that's good. So now that we've done that, let's save it up.
Go ahead, Outlander. What do you need?
Alright. So let's head on back to talk to Caius Cosades again. Alrighty guys, and we are back with our boy Caius here, so we're going to talk to him and hand off the notes we got from Hassour. And see what's up next. So he says, thank you for your report. Keep Zainsubani's notes on the Ashlanders, because we're going to need them. We're being promoted, and then sent to the Ursulaku camp to speak with Sul Matul and Nibani Mesa. Hopefully I've been pronouncing all these names right. I haven't said anything about it because I think you guys have the same expectation I do, which is mispronunciation, but just saying. But before we go, he thinks it might be time to tell us what's going on. The Emperor and his advisors think that we have the appearance of meeting the conditions of the Nerevarine prophecies, which is why we were pulled from prison and sent here. So we could satisfy the conditions of the Nerevarine prophecies and become the Nerevarine. So he gave us a decoded copy of the coded package we gave him when we arrived, and he's telling us to read it later as it should explain everything. Interesting. So he was skeptical at first, but now he's not sure. And he says that we're going to be heading to talk to the heads of the Urshalaku. He asks us to tell them our story and then have them test us against the Nerevarine prophecies as the heads of the Nerevarine cult. They can best judge, as the heads of the Nerevarine cult, they can best judge whether we satisfy the prophecies. When you've spoken with them, report back to him, and here's 200 drakes for expenses, and pick up essential supplies at Fort Moonmouth along our way. So he's going to get some potions and some scrolls, courtesy of the Emperor. Hey, shout out to the Emperor. In particular, we will want to have the cure potions, because the blight's pretty bad up north, and the blight's just a disease. And then we're also going to get a Divine Intervention Scroll so that we can teleport to an Imperial Cult Shrine where we can heal, refit, and try again if things get too bad. So let's ask about these. And then you guys can pause and read. I think that's it. Ooh, he doesn't think we're going to take it seriously right here under Nerevarine Prophecies at the very end. Whatever a genuine prophecy is, and we're going to take it seriously. Aren't we, homeboy McDoon? Oh boy. Alright. Well, I'm thinking that that's going to be good for this episode, you guys. We're going to pick up next time, heading off to meet up with the Ashlanders. But remember, if you've ever wondered how Creeper came to live with a bunch of orcs in the middle of a city, like Caldera, then hit that like button to show me that I'm not the only one who's wondering, and to show everyone else that you're wondering too. And I want to thank you guys for watching. Your support means a lot, and I hope you guys have a great day.